Well, needless to say, we had a nice plane ride last night coming home. Saw some pretty good news come across the wire, and made the win yesterday really crucial and important and all of that. I say in general about the travel season this year, we really did a great job, and I was really excited to see that we were able to finish it like that with a win on the road. Our guys have really taken to the challenge of how to do that, and really proud of them for coming out fast and playing good early in the game, and doing some good stuff on the road. Again, it's just a really valuable tool, and it can be an asset. And if it happens to come up later on this year and we have a chance and we're on the road again, we'll feel as good as you can feel going wherever we got to go, and that's a real positive. And the guys earned that by the way they attacked it and got fired up and dealt with the discipline it takes to do that, and so it's really good. There's some really exciting things that happened in the game. Just the way we attacked on offense, the physical way that we played the game, the guys up front coming off the ball, the way Chris ran. I thought Chris ran as well as he's ever run, just consistently attacking and with big finishes to his runs, which is really kind of his highlight aspect. And the touchdown one on 4th and 1, the touchdown play, the first touchdown he had, the finish there, a couple short yardage shots too, and all of that just gets us to demonstrate the style that we love to play in, and it really accentuates the guys up front doing a good job. So that's really positive, and the ability of our defense to continue to take the ball off our opponents is huge, and it was kind of it was great to see it that KJ and Bobby were the guys getting the football yesterday, and it's pretty amazing to get an interception, but it's really something to get two in a game. So KJ obviously has a really memorable game for us and all that. So that was good. The other part of it was watching our draft class play in the fourth quarter. We get to see those guys out there. We had 5 rookies on the field at the same time for a couple sequences out there, and they were battling and getting themselves squared away. We didn't play great, but they worked hard at it, and it was great to get the play time for them. And ultimately, it came down to the last few minutes. Had to kill the clock, and the offense did a good job doing that. So there's a lot of positive things and really good things in this game that we take moving forward, and we're really happy to be coming home and with a chance to finish the final aspect of the season right here. So looking forward to it.
When did you learn about the NFL suspension of Josh Gordon?
Oh, we heard today that it was coming. Yeah.
Your reaction to that?
Well, our heart goes out to Josh having to face this again, and the fact that he's up against it and all his it poses a great challenge to him. Unfortunately, he'll have the benefit of all of the league's resources to support him and to help him, and we'll wish him the very best in taking care of business, and that's very unfortunate.
Did you see any signs that he had realized or that things were going on?
No, we saw Josh really at a really high level the whole time he was here. The work ethic he brought was one, but his getting along with people and being good to work with and to talk to and all that and to deal with on a regular basis, he was great. And so we were not aware, that there was anything to be concerned about other than the history and which we knew about.
Is it fair to say this was pretty out of the blue to you and the team?
Yeah. Yes.
Is that something that you talk about with the rest of the group, or is that something that's individual?
Well, really the announcement came out after I had my meetings today, so we'll address it in some fashion on Wednesday.
You were able to talk to Josh today at all, or did he?
Just messaged early on today.
How does that work now? Can he be at the facility at all?
No, he won't be part of the program. He'll be on his own with the support of the league and his personal support and all the things that they do, but he will not be able to be part of our workings here.
You alluded to it, but how tenuous a situation that he's in a new environment, already moved, and now he's on his own again, away from the team, and for him.
Yeah, I feel for him in that regard, because he was in a really close-knit group here and fit in and did really well. Josh has been through this before, unfortunately, and I know just from talking with him and the time he was with us that he does understand where the help comes from and the support that's out there, and he does utilize the resources that the league offer, and so just wish him the best and hope he can do well.
Your understanding, is this something that's happened since he's been here with you, or is it something that came from
We really can't talk about any of that stuff. I don't know much about it either, but I don't really have anything to offer to you there.
Did the team have any support resources for Josh, or what was his support system like?
He came with something already intact, and we worked with whatever they were already doing, and we were tuned into it. But he has a pretty good system following him.
Have you been told what the substance was that he?
No, I don't know anything.
How disappointing is, I mean, he makes the big 58-yard catch from the on-field point where he'd come to, and as part of being a part of the offense. How big of a blow is it for you guys on that front?
I don't even look at it like that. He had impact to some extent, and it seemed like every game. But this isn't about that. This is about Josh getting well and taking care of business.
Where do you guys go from here at the position then? Does Jerron get back in the mix? Do you look at Ursula to get in somewhere?
We had 7 receivers, active in this game this week. So we've got guys we really like, and that's why it was kind of hard to feature anybody. Tyler's the guy that really gets the features when it just seems to work out that way when he's well. So I don't think this really is going to affect us in a tremendous way. I think our guys can play. All of our guys can play. Jay Brown did. He missed a couple games at being active. He's been back up and done a great job. The fact that Johnny Yu was up was really good yesterday, just to get him out there for the first time, and we're going to be. We're in good shape right now at the position. I really love the position group.
Can you clarify what happens now? Are you guys able to check in on him or have any communication with him? How does that work?
No. It's everything's handled outside through the league.
You mentioned the linebackers getting their interceptions yesterday. And on a day you're missing so many guys, to have those two veterans kind of step up.
Yeah,
the
it
way
was
they
fitting
did.
that the guys with all the background were able to make the plays. Bobby knocked another ball down. He almost had another one as well. We really we were without some guys yesterday. Really admirably demonstrated the cohesive group and the helping the guys step up and step into their roles and fit in and fill in and all that. But it was really good to see those guys kind of set the mark for taking the ball away. And anytime we get 3 picks or 3 turnovers, we pretty much win the football game, and those guys kind of solidified that.
Is there an update on Bobby's situation and how healthy he is?
He's feeling pretty good. That's all I can tell you right now. We're going to have to wait on a number of guys until we get into the work of the week and see what what effect that has. But he's pretty determined about playing.
I mean, I know it was a bunch of guys, but Quandre in particular, do you know anything more on him?
He had good results to his test, but he does have a sprained ankle. He's got a high ankle sprain. He's had it before, I think in the same ankle. So he does have some background, which usually helps these guys get through it. But I'm going to generally be pretty optimistic about it, but he's got his ankle situation is more severe than Bobby's was.
What did you see out of Bradley with Leno when they were paired back there?
They did well. Leno played really well. I thought Bradley had a really good game. Was very active as Quandre did too. He made a number of nice tackles in perimeter situations and looked really good. Leno came in and filled in for him, and those guys played well back there, fitting in. So there's a good chance that Leno will get the playing time along with Marquise, and we're fortunate that we have guys that have been out there before.
How did Hugo look? That was the first defensive snaps he's played in a while.
He did well. He did just fine. You can see the quickness that he has. He's got amazing quickness, and the touchdown play that was called back, was a pretty special play. Not just getting his hands on the football, but putting the ball in the end zone. There was no doubt he wasn't going to score. So it was a really exciting play to see.
Is Jadavian kind of getting over his thing then? And
Yeah, he's over the sickness now, and so he's got to go through the week and see how he can handle it, and see if he's ready to play on Sunday.
About Shaq.
Shaq's made a good turn. we won't know until like Friday or Saturday. He'll get some work done Wednesday though, so we'll see. I don't know how extensive it will be, but he feels pretty confident that he can do some stuff. But we got to see how it goes all the way. Again, it'll always be about how he responds to the workload to see if he can handle it, and we'll see. I don't know. But on the other side of that, Akeem King, did a nice job out there. He held his own and made some good tackles and was in good position for the most part and played real solid.
Is Kendricks in a similar position as Shaq?
Yeah, Mike's a little bit ahead, I think, just in that he's been running more, working out and all that. He's pretty determined to play too. So there's been a couple weeks here, so he's got it by the end of this week. If he doesn't have any setbacks, he's got a chance. It's going to be, it's going to be 4 or 5 guys. We're going to have to wait and see, really.
How did Cody play second time out?
Better. He played better. Was in position more consistently. Still missed a couple opportunities of just fundamental stuff, that just newness, but he had 10 tackles in the game, so he was running around doing some things. Got around the football a little bit in the passing game. Like he's really good. He's a really good pass defender, and he made some good breaks. So he's just going to keep getting better. So it helped him.
You saw a lot of Leno yesterday. How did he look?
He did well. He tackled well, was in position, was not out of position at any time. Was on the deep end for the most part and did fine with all his chances.
How do you think LJ Collier played?
I thought he was real active. He played a lot of plays. I think he played 40 plays or something like that, so it was really a good outing for him. He was physical and played tough, and we didn't get to the quarterback with him, but that's his best game by far of contributing, and so he's just going to stay in the mix now. He's really part of it.
You said Luke has a good chance of playing.
Yes, yeah. There's no way he's not playing. This will be a probable you gotta have it type of thing. He's above any of the scales here.
Has this season been particularly overwhelming in regards to injuries in general compared to other seasons?
No, I would go the other way. I mean, until this last week, this is the first time that we've really had, a full boat of guys scratching because they were injured. We've had just 2 weeks ago we had, I think, 7 or 6 healthy scratches. I mean, guys we had to hold out that were capable of playing. So I know we've lost some crucial guys and over the course of the year, but we've endured it really well. And it seemed like for the most part until this week, this was the first weekend that really hit, where it felt like we were without guys. And so I think it's the other way.
How would you kind of describe how CJ played? Obviously, he had the fumble that wasn't, and then Travis as well, and their role in the backup spot.
Yeah, CJ did fine. I don't know, had 5 carries or something like that. So it was 5. Yeah, and nice little catch and made a first down. And he did fine. Had a really unfortunate play. Hit the ground. The ball popped out. That was kind of a nasty play that can't happen. We can't let that happen. But. Other than that, he did fine. It was great to see Travis finally get out there and get the ball a little bit. He really comes downhill. He's got a real attack mentality about him. He's a good pass protector, and he picked up a couple pressures nicely. So it's so important to kind of break the ice with these guys and get them out there and get them playing, because you just feel much better about allowing them to contribute. So I would think Travis he got a chance to be in a little bit of the rotation as well next week.
Pete, you guys are the second team in NFL history that have 10 wins and one possession games. What is it about this team?
We were second at that.
What was that?
What did you say? What was it? What was the stats?
10 wins in one possession games.
What were we in that? We were the what? We were the
Second team to ever do it.
Yes, first team since '78.
who was the other team?
The
78 Oilers.
Really?
Yeah.
With Bum?
Yeah.
Wow. That's good
Yeah.
company right there. That's good company.
What is it about you guys?
Dave might have been there then too.
What is it about you
You were
guys that are
9
able
working
to?
for the Oilers. What's that? I'm sorry.
It's okay. What is it about you guys that are able to, pull out, those kinds of games consistently?
Well, I think we're a poised team, and I think it comes right from Russell and Bobby. I think those guys on the field make other guys, stay within themselves and don't get scattered and can continue to help us execute. And so that means really the leadership that those guys offer. I would go right to that. We're never out of anything. We don't ever feel like that, and that to be like that and extend that message, you have to come across with poise, where guys aren't going to listen to you, and it's not going to have the effect, you know. And so we have really good leadership, and I would like to think that's a big part of it.
Actually getting the playoff bid clinched, an 8th time in 10 years and all that, knowing that you're going, I guess how significant is that to you?
Yeah, it's really exciting. It's really exciting. This is just the first step of what's going on with the playoffs and all. But, you know, with a couple weeks to go and you know you're in, that's really exciting. It's a great accomplishment for our club and for our fans and all, and I hope everybody's enjoying that. Like we were living it up last night, you know, on the plane and all. We had fun with it. To come out of it where we are right now, you know, and be I don't know, what one of the highest NFC seeds, you know, that's after all of that's happened so far, that's a good accomplishment for us. I mean, we got to do something about it, but it's a good accomplishment at this time. You know, it's nice to be the best, and so we're getting close to it.
Is 100 career regular season wins a meaningful benchmark to you?
I don't know. I didn't even know it was coming. Dave told me after the fact here that so. Someday it will be. I don't care now.
Pete, is that just a testament to the consistency? I know you're not worried about the records, but you going in being consistent, how important is that for the team to get that and then to be in close games and then to be in playoffs?
No, I take great pride in all of that you just said about, you know, being consistent for sure, not just in short term, but over long term. I take great pride in that thought. Being able to finish well and play well in tight situations, the poise that it takes to do that, and the character of your club, take great pride in that as well. I don't really care about the numbers, like you said it. You know, I don't care what the number is, but the fact that we're able to do that kind of stuff, that's what this culture is about, and we're trying to create that kind of mentality that is able to do that. So it's by intent. That's what we're trying to be, and so I take pride in the fact that these guys have take to it and carry the message out and execute and give themselves to something, you know, special, and so I feel very good about that.
What have you thought of what Shaquem has given you in that pass rush role for the 5 games?
He's active. He's on the move. We're going to need him this week. This guy can fly. He's going to be better. He's going to get better. He needs to. It's like batting average for him. You know, he's got a lot of bad swings out there, but he's going to have some shots. He's going to take. Is going to be, I think, impacting here. And hopefully, you know, we need it right this week, and we'll need it next week and ongoing. So, I like him being out there though. He looks fast. He's given great effort, and he's just a flash from hitting home. So. He'll improve, and we'll use him better too. We're trying to work with his style, because his style is unique in how he plays. So I don't think we've nailed it yet, but we're honing in on it.
Can you see some of that coming back to him? You know, over the 5 weeks he's done it, does it kind of seem like it's coming back to him?
Yeah, there's no question. He's a pretty natural rusher. He's got a natural kind of array of things that he does with his his movement and his spins and the things, and his ability to use his speed and change direction. He's got some good stuff. But it's so hard for the guys to get there and in poised fashion apply what's right for that moment, and that's what pass rushing is. It's taking advantage of what that guy gives you when you're coming, and he's working at it. So.
Who goes intercepts it in the replay and all that? What did you think of that? I mean, was it?
It was really close. It was really. It was a fantastic play by McCaffrey to get that ball knocked out, and that reaction was extraordinary because he caught the ball. He was going, and it went one, and then it's you can look at it. You got to keep looking at it. And so, did he really have 2 steps down and made a football move? Yeah, I don't think so. But he caught the ball. And it wasn't like he was fumbling around, but he didn't, to get by the criteria, he couldn't quite make it.
For Tyler to have a bounce back game like that, how big of a thing is that for you after the last month?
I think that's huge. Yeah, it's been a hard span for him, just because he hasn't been able to be right, and he's done everything he could. But you could tell this week that it was coming around, and I thought Shadi and Russ both capitalized on that he was available to make things happen, and we're better when he's playing like that. You can just see. I made the mention about look at Russ's efficiency numbers. When he's got Tyler on the field, that's no accident. And Russ was on a tear. With his numbers, and so it's great to have him back. I mean, he's a wonderful football player.
Tyler need to work with George on his toe drag?
I don't know, George. I think we should have challenged that. I wish we would have realized that. I didn't see that he caught it, and some guys started talking about it after the fact. It was too late. I'd have thrown the flag on for sure if I'd have known.
You've used Jamarco in place of PJ and Mike with injury concerns, it seems like. Does Jamarco have a chance to be a starter this year?
I think he's got starting ability. Yeah, he does, and that's he's already played well as a starter. So we feel very confident in him going into the game, and he can handle it. The great thing is he's flexible enough to go both sides, and he did that in this game when those guys needed a break. And it was terrific to have him.
And to be clear, those guys weren't injury prone like Mike yesterday.
Mike had a little something, got hit or something, but it didn't turn out to be an injury or anything. He just needed a second to just recover, and he was fine.
Jacob Hollister okay on that front end too?
Yes. Yeah, he was okay getting up. It just looked bad, I think, to everybody. Cleared him quickly.
In this era of everybody having phones and information at their fingertips, how weird or unique was that scene on the tarmac yesterday and having to crowd around one Wi-Fi connection to find out the 49ers fans? That's kind of bizarre.
Yeah, it was really a moment. It really was for our club, We got delayed on the tarmac, and so we were waiting. It took a long time, and everybody was kind of fiddling around with their stuff, and the doc had the game on. He had the Niner game somehow. I don't know. He had some kind of super Wi-Fi. I don't know what was going on, and but as it turned out, as that game all of a sudden jumps back into it can go either way. Everybody got going, and there was a total mesh of bodies leaning in trying to see it, and everybody's yelling at him, not move, don't even flinch, because you got he's got this unique Wi-Fi that nobody else had. We don't know how that worked, and and then they scored, and then they took it away, which was the place went nuts, and then they took it away, and it was pretty crazy. And about then the plane started to they started revving up. It's about time to go, and so. Then they have the fourth down play, and they rule it. He didn't score, and everybody, so and then they showed the stop action shot of the ball. Looked like it was across the goal line, and the plane starts moving, and the Wi-Fi freezes. And all we had was that pick. We had that pick that was stayed on his laptop. And that was it. We didn't know what happened, So we actually got going, and I think it actually was Brad Idzik's app that he passed. He said, "Hey, they scored," and Steve Shimko grabs the phone and goes crazy. "Hey, they scored!" They overruled it and all that. So it was a blast. It was really fun, and we had already announced that the Rams were falling, and so it was just a really cool moment for the team, and we had a lot of fun with it, and it was the kind of ride home you like.
Does that speak to the closeness of this team? That's a college type vibe in a pro environment.
It was all of that. I mean, I don't know that there's as much difference as you might think between college and pro stuff in those kinds of instances. These guys they're just like all of us. We just want to have fun and enjoy and kick butt and all that. And there was a chance right there that it was like I said, it was a really good moment it was a cherished moment. Everybody will always remember that. And it was just, thanks to DQ, he did a nice little job there for us. We didn't even know about the second touchdown after that. We never, of course, the Wi-Fi was frozen, so we didn't know.
Anything else? Thank you.
Thank you.